Hello and welcome back to Callie's in the Kitchen. I am using the large rock edge mold from Pouring Your Heart Out. So here's a little thing. Micah from resincourses.com created several courses on flower techniques using resin, of course. And there was one that was called, or that is called, Dragon Flower, where you do a whole bunch of loops. So just as all these wonderful creative resin artists out there that are able to augment, to edit, to sort of take what they've learned and come up with different techniques from that initial course. So like my friend Johanna came up with, loops. My friend Amanda came up with loops. And so and then Resin, I can't pronounce the name, so I'll have to figure that out in a minute, came up with another one. So I'm going to try it. And I don't know what to call it. I'm going to call it Dragon Flower, only because to pay respect to Micah for coming up with the Dragon Flower technique. I will talk about my inks and products shortly. So I have poured my berry from EtterArt pigment drops on the edge of my mold. I am using the Artpro resin from Resin Pro. The center color is a mixture of EtterArt yellow and blue. I'll show you these in just a moment. Okay, I gotta think what I do next. Okay. Then, so first of all, I used the berry from EtterArt drops. In the middle color is the yellow and blue from EtterArt drops. I'm using Interference MicaPowder Violet. In another cup, I've mixed up the blue with a little Holbein Lamp Black. And for my white, I'm using the Pigment Drops White from EtterArt. So in here, I've got the Interference MicaPowder. And what I'm going to do, first I'm going to torch real quickly here. And you'll see I have another mold on the right-hand side. If I am successful, I'll do this as a duo. Otherwise, it'll just be one at a time. So here is the mica powder, and I am going to just do, loops. Got to get the right rhythm going here. And I had to guesstimate my ratios. As I've said before, these pours are incredibly easy in the sense of what you need to do. The key and the secret to success is the right mold, the right resin, the right ratios. I mean, there's so many factors that go into a successful pour. And I know I've been struggling with trying to achieve a closed center petals, like my friend Nicole, who does amazing of these techniques, where she just gets like top class petals. So that was my mica. This is the black mixed with the blue, and I kind of wanted something different other than black. So let's see if this works. So then again, maybe I should torch in between. I think I will. Okay. I guess I could put these in a piping bag, but I'm going to see if I can get good control with just squeezing the tip of the cup. The interference violet is really pretty. So I'm sort of coming to the conclusion that if I can get a close center, terrific. If I can't, I'll just enjoy whatever petals I can accomplish. There needs to be like a petal workshop that we could all attend to. So I'm going to put some more since I have the black. Okay, now the white. Oh boy, oh boy. Come on, flow nicely for me. There we go. It's that initial stage of the squeezing to get those loopy loops. Do some more on the outside again. Okay. Then my clear goes in the center, and I'm going to watch. I think, you know what, I'm going to put a little bit more of the white in the center here and squeeze it really tight. So I could have used a little less. Come on, give me a loop. Whoops, whoopsie, whoopsie. Then the rest of my clear, just the first push. And I'm just gonna watch my edges. I should have mixed enough resin. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay, pretty cool how fast it kind of closes in. All right, so I will torch now. put you on a time lapse and then go find some crushed glass that kind of matches that as close as I can. And I'll see you for the unmolding and or this pour, which I will talk about when I get going on it. Hello and welcome back. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to combine these two in a video. So I just poured that one. You'll have to wait for the video on that one unless I'm combining it with this. I'm going to cover it up so not to distract too much. Today I'm going to try the chrysanthemum technique from Mica, from Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm sorry, so used to saying that, from resincourses.com. I am using the mold from Pouring Your Heart Out, the small fine live edge mold. So if you take Mica's course on resincourses.com, you will get all the ratios that you need. It's just a matter of whether you have, a similar resin. This resin that I'm using is the Artpro, and her ratios I had to adjust because I'm using a different mold, obviously. Oops, I gotta get into the center real quick. Ooh, I think my resin is too, so just a little bit there. My resin, I didn't let it sit very long, so, oh boy. Okay, we'll see. So as I said, I'm using the Artpro. And I'm totally inspired to do this chrysanthemum. My lovely friend Nicole did a gorgeous one. So I just get inspired by everyone. It's just kind of feel bad that I don't contribute to new techniques, but I like to try them. So I'm going to put a little bit more of the blue since I have it now. I didn't use it all. I'm not going to worry about those. So this was the I'll show you all the products that I used momentarily. So you do a color on the edge, and then you, in your first push, which is the clear, you add a little bit of color, and I added a little bit of the Holbein acrylic lamp black. Now this is a, let me get it, sorry, right here. It's a very strong color, so the acrylic inks of Holbein, so hopefully I didn't put in too much. In here I've got a mixture of the EtterArt white drops. Not sure where my camera is. There we go. Sorry about that. And then I put in a little bit of the Holbein acrylic quinacridone magenta. So I've mixed it in this cup, and in this technique you do M's. So I'm going to torch again. See some bubbles coming up. Okay, here we go. Actually, she just did sort of a back and forth, if I remember correctly now. I've had to study so many different techniques, it's hard to remember. So I'm just doing this all the way into the center. Now in her video she did like a spiral, so that's what I'll do the same. This really reminds me of her dragon flower technique. So here I'm going to do another one on the edge. just going to keep doing this. And then she poured like a, you know, a little amount in here, so that was interesting to note. Now with the rest of my clear, I will pour in the center. Making sure it fills up my mold. For this mold, I usually mix 140 grams in total, but it always depends on, you know, which resin you're using. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge. Then I'm going to torch. And then I'll put you on a time lapse and then go figure out what color center of crushed glass that I want to do. I'll clean up that spot as well. But I'll put you on a time lapse. Okay, the moment of truth has arrived for me. It is a little soft on the edges, but I am just too excited and nervous. So here is, hopefully, let me see, what did I pour here? Oh my gosh, that was the chrysanthemum. Oh, this was the dragon flower loops. Calling it the dragon flower loops. Okay, doke. Oh, please. Give me something pretty. Okay? Oh, very cool. Very cool. I like these little pinches right here. Oh, I'm going to bring you in for a close-up. Oh, wow. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that difference in like this little green thing right here. So very pretty. I love those colors. Okay, that's one. Yay. Put that aside for a moment. Now for the chrysanthemum. Okay. Oh boy. I had to see if it was ready, so I did kind of open it up a little bit on the sides there. So this is the chrysanthemum, and I don't know if I can breathe. Oh, well, it's not bad. It's not the petals I was hoping for. The chrysanthemum was quite different on Mica's resin courses, but I sure love the blues and the colors. So, oops, sorry. Not too bad. Not too bad. Got different kind of petaling. So it's kind of, these courses are so fun because, you know, they're easy pours. Then depending on what you do, you get different shapes, and what molds you use, you get different shapes of petals, and what resin you use as well. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.